Ethan Walker moved through the bright, quiet hallway of the community center the same way he did every morning, focused, tired, and carrying the weight of being a single father. But today, something made him stop. A young woman stood near the bulletin board, her long blonde hair falling softly over a light blue sweater, her hands clasped tightly as though she was holding herself together. She looked like she was waiting, but not for a person. For courage. For her life to shift, even just an inch. Her name was Emily Hart. 21, fresh out of a toxic home, trying to rebuild herself from scraps of hope that life kept tearing away. Ethan didn't know any of that yet. He only knew one thing: she looked like someone drowning quietly. He had seen her before that week, always staring at job flyers, always walking away with the same defeated sigh. But today, her shoulders were lower, her eyes a little swollen, and she kept glancing at the office door where volunteer interviews were happening, too afraid to walk in. Ethan wasn't a man who ignored silent pain. Losing his wife had carved empathy deep into him. He recognized the look of someone who had been told too many times that they weren't enough. So instead of walking past, he paused. Then he gently placed a hand on her shoulder. No words. Just a simple gesture that told her she wasn't invisible. Emily looked up, startled, then softening when she saw the quiet sincerity in his eyes. He didn't push her. He simply asked with his expression, "Do you need help?" And she answered with a trembling breath. Ethan walked beside her to the office, matching her uncertain pace. Inside, Emily handed over her resume, and the coordinator immediately noticed what Emily herself couldn't see: her strengths, her potential, her heart. Ethan stepped back, not interfering. But his presence steadied her. When she came out, the spark in her eyes told him everything. She had been accepted. Weeks turned into routines. Emily worked with the kids, helped with events, stayed late to clean up. Children adored her patience, parents trusted her gentleness, and volunteers respected her effort. But Ethan noticed the quiet sadness behind her smile. The kind you carry when you've spent years believing you don't deserve good things. Ethan began bringing his daughter, Lily, a little earlier each day. Sometimes just to wave at Emily. Sometimes to talk for a minute. Sometimes to simply share silence with someone who understood life's quieter wounds. Emily told him, little by little, about her past. She had left home with nothing but a backpack. She was staying with a friend temporarily but feared becoming a burden. Ethan understood that fear too well. After losing his wife, he had learned the ache of pretending to be strong while falling apart inside. Emily became a soft glow in their lives. Lily, normally shy, adored her. When she spilled paint one afternoon and burst into tears, Emily knelt beside her, soothing her with a warmth that made Ethan pause at the door and quietly blink away something he hadn't felt in a long time: hope. Then one night, everything came crashing down. Emily's friend's landlord demanded higher rent. She couldn't stay. She packed her things and ended up outside the closed community center, sitting alone on a bench, clutching her backpack like the last piece of her world. Ethan spotted her while driving home. One look at her face and he knew. She had nowhere to go. He didn't hesitate. He told her she didn't deserve to sleep outside. She wasn't a burden. She wasn't unwanted. She was someone worth helping. He brought her home, not out of pity, but because caring for her felt natural. Emily moved into Lily's extra room. She helped around the house, cooked sometimes, filled the home with gentle laughter that had been missing for years. Lily followed her everywhere, and Emily slowly began to believe she wasn't just surviving, she was healing. She saved money, enrolled in evening classes, and let herself dream again. And Ethan, he realized something he hadn't expected. He had been waiting too, not for love, but for a reminder that life could begin again, even after it breaks you. Months later, during the community center's annual charity event, Emily organized everything flawlessly. When it ended, Ethan saw her standing by the window, the same way she had once stood in that hallway. But her posture was different now. Stronger, brighter, proud. She wasn't waiting for a chance anymore. She had finally found one, because this time, she believed she deserved it.